Alright guys, welcome back to the final war of the season. We're going to start off on path 1. We got Apocalypse, Cable, and Hulkling. The first one is going to be a Thing fight here. Apoc gets through this one pretty easily. I did speed up the fights a tiny bit for this, and then the last one took a really long time, so I did speed it up a bit more. But a lot of them you've seen before this season. There are a couple new interactions for the final war, and we ended up doing a couple fights late. One in particular that I wasn't really planning on doing, but we pretty much had the win in the bag, and we weren't moving up any tiers anyway, so, and again, we finish around the top of Plat 2 again. But I think because of the way the errors happened this season, I think we're going to get the Plat 1 rewards, which should be really nice. So here, not too bad with Apocalypse. I think always when you fight Apocalypse with Thing, you keep up the heavy attacks to manage your rock stacks. And then here we got the special 2, then the special 1. We got the quadruple debuff going, refresher with the heavies, and there he goes. Not too bad. Next up we had a Nimrod on Masochism. We're going to do this one with Hulkling. Hulkling is actually quite good for Masochism. I was using him to get up the victory track. Just don't parry and don't heavy, and then you're good. He's not going to put any debuffs on otherwise. He's going to get his nice buffs, but again, he's not going to put any debuffs on, so there's nothing to worry about the Masochism there. You can get in all your damage without it there. Like we intentionally hit into his block to get ourselves an opening. Bait that special 2. Wait for his unstoppable to disappear. We've got 2 bars of power. We're building up those like cosmic charges. So there we can hit into the block with a nice big special 2. And he's just about finished. Bait that heavy attack. Goodbye, Nimrod. Next up, this was a nice one. This is Apocalypse against QuickSilver here. This one we do start with the advanced power boost. We're going to go ahead, hit into him right away, parry, go for the heavy attack, we get it, and now we're going to go straight into special 2. We got the power back boost on. This is how I used to do Apocalypse fights all the time, on node 20 when it was the old node, but here, even with the regen, doesn't really matter. We're going to get the quadruple debuff going to help manage the healing. He's going to throw that special 1, that's fine. We're going to go, we've got the 4 debuffs up. We're going to parry heavy again. Keep up those 4 debuffs. We got the concussion on as well. Unfortunately, that special 1 he evaded and we took it on the block, but it's fine. We can block break him, get the stun. Okay, we take that unblockable special 1 because he's in terminal velocity. 1 more special and we're done, and we barely lost any health there. Really nice fight with Apocalypse against QuickSilver. Next up, we got the node 24 future Antman. He's been there all season long, and we've been using Magneto for him all season long. So if you haven't seen it before, you can see it now. So we're just going to back off, make sure the magnetism is on, and now I don't have to worry about buffet at all. We can just go ahead and parry heavy freely the entire time. Now there is, as I always say, a chance that one of my buffs is going to trigger buffet, which is going to give him a regen, which is going to make him unblockable. So every time we do parry heavy, I am paying attention just in case that happens. But it's fine, nothing too crazy here, even though we took a couple hits. We're just going to bait his special 1 there. Take a hit to the face, of course, because why not? And then drop a special 3, and most of him is going to be gone. There we go, 1, 2, big smash. And goodbye, future Antman. Next up on path 3 in section 2 is War Machine. This is one, if he has an armor up, you're going to bleed, but he's #metal. So we're going to use Magneto. No pre-fights, no horsemen. We're just going straight Magneto here. He has some bleed resistance anyway, but you're going to see because of the magnetism, even though I'm going to hit him when he has the armor up, I don't take a single bleed. I think the entire fight, so it's really not too bad. So we're gonna just go ahead and play normal War Machine fight here, build up to a special 3, Now, unfortunately, I took that special one to the face, and he ate all our prowess. I forgot about that mechanic from War Machine, so that's a little annoying. So all our prowess disappears. So we're just going to go ahead, hit him really hard while we have the Furies active from the special 3, and that's going to do some nice damage for us. We're going to go special 1, get some bleeds going. So that was just a unfortunate get hit by his special 1 and lose all those lovely prowess that we could have had. But that's fine. You see, we just go ahead, hit into him very hard while the Fury was going from that special 3, and now he's almost done. A few more hits. There we go. Goodbye, War Machine. Next up is the mini at the end of, on the left side, Node 46, Burden of Might, High Energy Diet, Infamous Iron Man. We are going to do this one with Galan. I think we did it once with Galan earlier this season. So I'm not going to be able to gain a lot of power in this fight because of all the buffs that I get. But so I'm going to try, I'm going to go for 1 harvest initially because I have the advanced power boost. So I'm going to go ahead here. Unfortunately, he resists it, but that's okay. We get the first harvest off. He's like halfway done. Unfortunately, we can't get to another harvest before we push him to... we're going to push him to 15%. He's going to get a bunch of regen. So now we're just going to go for a natural harvest. I'm going to build, just keep hitting into him, build up to like 999. I probably could have heavied him at any point here and it would have killed him off, but I figured, what the heck, let's just go and keep building up our charges. He's going to get that regen, so he's going to heal back up a little bit. There we go. So now I can just go ahead at any point here. I think as I get close to 999, then I'm just going to bait a heavy attack. All right, a few more hits. Really, I just needed to throw a heavy. There we go. Now we're just going to wait for the harvest to end naturally. We're unstoppable. We have the regen going. So I'm just going to wait for that left buff there on the top left to disappear. And goodbye. Harvest done. Easy fight for Galan. Next up, all right, the Path 1 in Section 2. We got Hulkling against this Peni on Reinvigorated, Unblockable, Never Back Down. So I don't want to dash back multiple times in a row. That is one of the things I want to try to avoid here. If you dash back once, you can kind of hold block, wait for that timer to disappear, then dash back again freely. But again, there, unfortunately, I did trigger it. But that's okay. We have to kind of get ourselves in ready to do damage with Hulkling. So here, now I'm at 2 bars of power. Wait for Peni to turtle up. We get that massive unblockable special through the block, like huge damage. Now I don't want to trigger any regens to heal her back up. So we're going to go spam that special 1. And we got it. Very nice fight with Hulkling. Next we got a Mantis on Buffet, Reinvigorated, Unblockable. And I decided to go with Apocalypse. Again, power back boost, advanced power start. This is the way to go. So we're going to try not to trigger any buffs if we can. Unfortunately, right there we do. But it's fine. We're going to go special 2 with the power back boost right back into special 1. But she's got her cleanse charges up, which is a little annoying. So now that the cleanse charges are off, we get the special 1. We get the poison and the weakness on. Wait for her to throw that special 2. Go back in. Throw another special 1. We're just trying to get damage done at this point. Again, another special 2. Very easy to evade that. Bait that heavy attack. Attack back in. And go for another special 1. The special 1 spam worked really well against Mantis here. Next up is, this is a Bishop on like node 51. This one's Conflictor, and I went in with Apocalypse. I should have put on an invulnerability boost, and I think I would have been just fine. But instead, I did not. Went with the advanced power boost and the power back here, probably from the previous node. Jump right in. I'm going to get to a special 2. Drop it, doing a decent amount of damage here. I'm going to go right back to a special 1. He's going to throw that special 2. I'm going to evade it. He is a global defender, gaining a lot of prowess, which is not good because his power gain is ridiculous, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to stop him from getting to 3 bars of power. He drops a big old special 3 on me, and you'd think I'd die instantly, but luckily enough, I do survive. Apoc is a massive tank, so I'm going to be able to get off another special attack. I know I'm going to die pretty much on this one, so I throw the special 2, try to get as much damage in as possible, and wouldn't you know, I push him right back to another special 3. And again, if I would have had an invulnerability boost, I think I could have just tanked a few special 3s, and in the meantime I could have taken him out. But instead, we're going to throw Hulkling against him. It's the last war of the season. We're winning this one. I'm not too concerned at this point, so I went ahead, threw Hulkling at him, even though he's getting some of those regens. Going to bait that special 2 nicely. And then we're going to drop a big old special 2 on him, and goodbye Bishop. Next up is, of course, our favorite fight on the map, which is Node 54 Mangog. We're going to do Oc as usual. Unfortunately, sometimes you need your parry heavies to work, and unfortunately I don't know if it was just a little sticky. Sometimes it just you're not feeling the timing on the heavies, and I'm gonna mess up and have to try and get it back without him getting to a special 2, which I do manage to do, but sometimes it can be a little dicey if it doesn't go the way that you're thinking. So there, I lost. Like at that point, I lost my refresh on the power lock, and now I have to get it back. And right now it's still not sticking, so I have to make sure I get back into my parry heavy method. You can see, like right here, it's about to drop off again, and I throw that special 2 a second too late. So now I'm stuck again, waiting to try and get a good refresh on the power drain there. So now we're back to getting it refreshed, but if it falls off, I'm going to lose it, so I go for the heavy attack after that special 1, and now we're back into the parry heavy game, and we keep refreshing that power lock. So that's kind of the key bit there. If it falls off naturally and you don't refresh it with a heavy or a special, then getting it back can be a little troublesome. So here we finally got the triple debuff on him. We refresh it with the special 1. And we go for another refresh. This time with the special 2, we get the quintuple debuff. So we got 5 of them going. Then we go for the heavy attack, nice amount of damage, and he's done. Last but not least is another Zemo boss. Unfortunately, I got a little too overconfident, got hit early on, messed up my timing on one of his specials with my heavy counter, and got hit. Ended up timing out with because I had so little health, I could only rely on intercepts and specials, and I end up timing out. But then I just bring in like Galan to finish him off. So that's the end of the war for the season. We finished with Platinum 1. I hope you guys had a fun time with me this season. We learned a lot. We died a fair bit, but you know what? That's what's going to happen when you try and do as many fights as you can. We finished with tons of fights this season. We used lots of different counters. Some typical favorites showed up along the way, but we ended up being a boss killer again this season. Lots of mini boss action, lots of shared fights, lots of cool stuff. We even brought in new champions like Cassie Lang made an appearance this season, and lots of other fun interactions. So looking forward to another season with you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. We'll let the music play out. See you guys. Bye-bye.